Are we live? Are we live? Are we live? Let's see. Okay, I think we're live. There we go. All right, let me get up on TikTok as well. TikTok Studio. Let's go live. Here we go. Dinner and Dodgers. Go sub on. Done. All right. Happy Saturday, y'all. We're gonna eat some dinner. We're gonna talk about the Dodgers. If you're joining on TikTok, come subscribe to the YouTube. If you're only watching on YouTube, come subscribe to the TikTok. But yeah, if you are joining on TikTok, I encourage you, go to my YouTube channel. I'm also live streaming there. We're gonna talk a little bit about our Dodgers and what we can expect in 2025. I'm gonna start pulling up some stats so we can fill out this thing. But hello everyone. Again, this is really an attempt to get you guys to go subscribe to the YouTube. As we all know, not sure what's gonna happen with the TikTok in the year 2025, but in the event that it goes away, would love for you all to join me on YouTube. I'm also gonna eat dinner. This is from a place called Brother's Cousin in LA. I don't think it's that warmed up, but anyways, yes, RIP to Ricky Henderson. Obviously, I didn't really watch him as a player. I was too young. The highlights are great, and he seems like a great guy. But anyways, if you guys are not subscribed to the YouTube channel, please go subscribe to the YouTube channel. I'm going to be posting more content on there. I've always been meaning to, but I know some of you say TikTok's not going away, but in the event that it does, I want to make sure we can still keep this good. Let's put me more center. Look at this burrito. Hot sauce. Again, Brother's Cousin. So good. But anyways, so big news of the day, or at least I don't know if it's news, but it feels like Teoscar Hernandez is not going to come back to the Dodgers. I say that with sadness in my heart, but the reality is, it doesn't seem like either side's particularly motivated, at least for the Dodgers, to make the concessions needed to get him. And for Teoscar, I get it. It's going to be his last contract, big one. And he wants to cash in. So why should he take a discount? There's no reason for him to. And this is the hard part about the business. Let me just address something. It's not that I didn't want Teoscar Hernandez back, but the opportunity to get Soto, number one. And then from there, if we don't get him, I do want Teoscar. But at some point, there's a price where sometimes it doesn't make sense. I thought he wouldn't want, I thought he'd want so much money that we wouldn't go there, but the number of years seems to be the issue, and I kind of get that from the Dodgers side. So it's interesting. Again, if you're from LA, this is Brother's Cousin. They have two locations very close to each other. I go to the one on Sepulveda. Do I go on Sepulveda? Maybe the one on Sawtelle. But anyways, they're open Tuesday through Saturday, late night. It's the best. This is actually a day old, but it's still good. Green sauce, red sauce. Oh, sorry, YouTube red sauce. It's the best. Pin my YouTube name. I honestly don't know how to do that, to be honest. But again, I'm also live streaming on YouTube, so go there. I just want you guys to subscribe. I'm trying to get to 1,000. Yes, Brother's Cousin. That's the name of the place. Brother's Cousin. You're gonna see 2 locations. There's one in front of a Vaughn's. There's one in front of a Ralph's. I think I go to the one in front of the Vaughn's, but either way, same thing. Just the one that I go to tends to have shorter lines, so that's why I go there. But really, guys, this is an attempt to get my YouTube subscribers up. I feel like I'm gonna be posting more content on YouTube because I don't know what's gonna happen with TikTok and all that. And I don't want you guys to go away. I think next season is gonna be fantastic. It's gonna be our repeat season. I feel very confident that's gonna happen, independent of what happens throughout the rest of free agency, because of all the people we're gonna be getting back. Bro, this is crazy. It's crazy. But I want you guys to join me on YouTube. So please go there. Just hit subscribe. You can jump out right away. I'm just trying to get to 1,000 by January 1st, which unlikely. I think I'm at 380 something right now. But you never know. I believe in you guys. I feel like I've built one of the best TikTok sports communities. It's been fun. I'm gonna try to. The burrito is from Brother's Cousin. Brother's Cousin. This one is, I think this one's carne asada, but the al pastor is the one to go for. Fantastic. My YouTube name is Dodger Dan. I don't know if the 213 is on there, but I think it is. Let me just chat with my. What's going on? Yeah. Also, if you're in the LA area, do not go to Americana today, or just at all. It's so busy. The parking lot's a mess. Trying to save you guys the stress and hassle. It's just not worth it. It's crazy. Bueller, Flaherty, or Sasaki. I mean, honestly, Sasaki. Bueller's the nostalgia. Flaherty was just there for a minute. I love him, but he's just probably not coming back. He's also going to get a big deal from the Detroit Tigers, I believe. But then Sasaki, that's the future right there. You know what I mean? That's the future. We need to get him. Okay, Miguel, my guy, thank you. You might be simulcasting me. Please go to my YouTube channel and subscribe. I would love for you guys to go there. I am going to put more content onto YouTube, I promise you. I do plan on going to spring training. Even if I don't go to the games, just out there, meet some of the people, have fun. But this is really an attempt. And if you go to my YouTube, I'm going to start putting in what I think our rotation or like batting lineup could be, so we can do a little interactive game right there. But please go check it out. Again, if you're curious about the burrito, here you go. If you want the burrito, it is Brother's Cousin. They have 2 locations right next to each other, but it's my favorite in LA. So let's talk about, okay, some of the stuff. Again, Sasaki, yes. Sasaki is the #1 priority for me. I would love for us to get Sasaki. Who's the best replacement for Teo? Yeah, Teoscar Hernandez. If he doesn't come back to LA, I feel like we might, decide to go young, to be honest. I feel like at some point, either because we're going to trade them or because we need to see what we have, we need to see what the young guys have. And we have a lot in the farm system that I think can come up. But the reality is we just don't have enough space for everybody to play. So someone's going to get sent out. And I think it's at least a good opportunity to see what we have. Okay, I don't know your name, but the Ferris wheel guy seems pretty plugged in about the Sasaki stuff. He says they're meeting with him remotely. I don't know what that means either. Again, is that good or bad? Who knows? Sasaki seems like a different cat. I don't know if he's worried about too much of some of the optics of this stuff, but yeah, I mean, again, whatever is good for the Dodgers, that's all I care about. Do the Dodgers get Arenado? Oh my God, sorry, Samuelito. That video, I'm telling you, after the Dodgers won downtown, that firecracker, that's heinous. Don't go look it up, people. Heinous. But So I don't think we get Arenado. At least it doesn't feel like the front office is like particularly excited about it. And again, it depends on which reporting you prefer or like lean towards. I think ultimately, because I don't want Arenado, I see all the reports around Arenado, and I accept the ones where it's like we're not interested. I think he has a strong desire to come to Los Angeles. But guys, also listen, I say I don't want these guys, or I do want these guys. Ultimately, if they do end up coming to the Dodgers, I will root for them. I want the Dodgers to do well. It's just my personal thoughts and opinions on particular players, saying I don't want them. I think they're good, they're bad. But like many of you noted, I'm not an expert. I don't know everything. I might speak like I do, but that's just because it's my opinion. So I'm going to speak as if I have authority. But you guys can determine for yourself whether I am legitimate or not. And so, yeah, just take everything with a grain of salt. Have your own opinion on things. Disagree with me. I highly encourage it. Disagree with me. I like debating. Hopefully none of it is ever taken personally, even if the back and forth can feel personal. I just like it when people have strong opinions like me and we just go at it. That's what debate is intended to be. So that's just a little note for all of you. I can take it like whatever you want to say, that's fine, but that's just how I am. Also, again, the burrito, let me show the YouTube crowd as well. Let me see, yeah. Oh, here we go. The burrito is from Brother's Cousin. I'll drop an address somewhere. And then for my TikTok people, best burritos in LA, in my opinion, but everyone's going to have their spot. And I'm sure your spot is the best as well. I'm not going to tell anybody they have to go to where I go. But if you do want this one, Brother's Cousin. Oh, man. West Side. Okay, I missed a lot, but I saw the Bobby Miller thing. I personally will forever be a Bobby Miller fan, even if he ends up leaving the Dodgers. He's just one of those guys that I know if we were to ever like have it, he'd be so good. And he's shown flashes, right? The Cardinals game this past year, I think we're all like locked in on that. We remember it. Bobby Miller has the stuff. It's just up here mentally. Baseball's so mental. I think at times he just loses it. But I do believe in him. I think Bobby Miller has all the talent in the world, and I hope to see him come back and just be him. So Bobby Miller is a Cardinal for Aaron Rodgers. See, I'm not a fan of that. I don't like that trade. If we're gonna move off of Bobby Miller, which again I'm not saying we shouldn't or we can't, but if we are, I want someone who's like either ascending or in the middle of the prime. Arenado is on the decline of his career, and even if that is better than 70% of the league, 80% of the league, whatever you want to benchmark it at, I'm that much of a believer, Bobby Miller, and so yeah. Sorry, I saw somebody ask about, are we going to move back to a 5-man rotation? I don't think that is the desire for the Dodgers. Ultimately, the way that teams run, actually I shouldn't say teams, I don't think every team's like this. At least the way that the Dodgers, I think, run their pitchers out there, I think we're going to be pretty judicious about a lot of this stuff, and we're going to want to limit the number of innings that they throw. So I feel like 6 innings is the most we want anybody to throw, and so I think a 6-man rotation just is better for us inherently to try to maintain some health for our players in the long term. So, who do you think we will sign? I forgot the Dodgers won. I know it's been forever since the World Series. Yes, honestly, I get no commission, but this burrito is so good. If you guys are not doing anything tonight and check the traffic, this, oh my god. Okay. What else do we got here? I don't believe Ohtani's pitching at the beginning of the season. I think we've heard that he's not going to pitch. He's not going to be ready. Did I burp all day? Oh, well, I burp often. I burp often for sure. So don't get near me if you see me in public. My Instagram is DodgerDan213. Sorry, I think you've asked that a number of times. I apologize. Diego, this guy hates Walker Buehler, but he's a committed follower, so I do appreciate that. Again, guys, if you guys have not subscribed to my YouTube, would really appreciate if you guys could. I'm trying to increase the follower subscriber number there because I plan on posting a lot more on YouTube. I'm sorry, Miguel. I'm really bad at this. I like can't multitask. YouTube comments. Here we go. How do I feel about Bo Bichette trade? What's his contract? What do we have to give up? I feel like we're committed to having Mookie play shortstop, so I don't know. Let's see. What was Bo Bichette's stats this year? Negative .3 WAR. Was this guy hurt? Oh yeah, he only played in half the games. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, what's this contract? Bo Bichette. Spotrac. Let's see what this guy's getting paid. Arbitration avoided. He signed. Oh, it's pretty cheap. He'll be making 17 mil, and then he's an unrestricted free agent. So, I think with this, he doesn't, to me, stand out as like a super plus player. But the fact that it's only 1 year that we'd be on the hook for, I am down for. But I feel like this is a move that, again, it's like a name. And I'm not saying he's bad, but what are we giving up to get him? And is it like ultimately going to be worth it? I'm just kind of like, maybe not. So, Bo Bichette. But see, like Gavin Lux he's already in arbitration. So the most we'd even have to pay him next year is like just a few $1 million. I don't know. Yo, boss. Want us to keep up the good work. Thank you, Nacho Libre. Great movie. Love Jack Black. One of my favorite actors. Okay. AKO. You win. You've mentioned this many times. We need Santander if we don't re-sign Teo. Yeah, Santander is another name that I'm like, he did really well this year. I mean, 44 home runs is like nothing to sneeze at. But 5 years, 100 mil is a lot. This guy's WAR has never gone above 3. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Is it worth it? Even in a year that he had 44 home runs, he had a lower WAR than Max Muncy. And I know you all hate Max Muncy. This is not necessarily like a pro or like I'm going to like cape for Max Muncy again. But whether you believe in some of these advanced statistics or not, WAR does account for some stuff. It is some measure of how good a player is. And Max Muncy is like better than a lot of the names that you guys mentioned. So, YouTube comment. What are my thoughts on River Ryan? I mean, I love the guy. I think he's awesome. I know he's going to be out this year because of the injury. Surprise, surprise, Dodger player is out for injury. But I think River Ryan's awesome. I don't know what specifically you're asking around that, but I'm a huge fan of River Ryan, and I can't wait for him to be healthy. Let me finish up this burrito so we can start looking at what this lineup could look like next year. If you guys go to my YouTube on my live stream, I have a Google Sheets up that I'm going to start filling in. And maybe we could play around some of the free agents that are in there and see what it is that we're looking at. I feel like Santander is good, but I feel like we need a good righty bat like Teo. Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of teams could use a Teo, but unfortunately for him, he started peaking at the wrong time, and now he's in a weird spot where he's not going to get the long-term money he wants. He might have to settle for... no, again, I don't expect Walker Buehler to be back with us. I just don't think... Yeah, he's going to get big money, in my opinion, somewhere. So I wouldn't keep my hopes up about that. Is Outman's time running out? I don't think so. Actually, no, I take that back. I could see him getting traded. Whoa. Thank you for the fireworks. I can see Outman getting traded. So I guess, sorry, I reversed that. I do think his time with the Dodgers is running out. That sophomore season was quite disappointing. I do like Outman, though. I love his defense. Defense is a lot better than Pages, in my opinion. But, yeah, the offense was just really rough. Rookie to White Sox. I can't see it. It makes no sense to me. That organization is horrible. Not committed to winning. Doesn't spend money. On my spreadsheet, I need to swap the positions for Pages and Lux. Do I? For now, I'm just putting it to be left, right, left, right. But yeah, I can switch it. I'm not married to this. I don't care. Am I going to Japan? Probably not. It's freaking expensive. If anybody wants to sponsor me, but no. Again, sorry. Almost done, but this burrito is from Brother's Cousin in the west side of LA. It's the best. You will not regret it. Al Pastor is the way to go. Andrew J. Soto. I agree with you. I'm down to sign anybody for any amount as long as it's like 1 or 2 years. No long-term contracts. Maintain flexibility. Keep going full throttle every year. Okay. Last bite. I'm sorry for those who hate mukbangs. Okay. Here we go. Done with dinner. I hope you all ate something good for dinner. And if you're like on the East Coast, go to sleep. It's late. Nothing good happens after 11 p.m. Okay. Alright, so again, if you guys hop over to the YouTube, I'm going to start working through the spreadsheet, filling in some stats to see what we're looking at for 2025. Am I Korean, Luke? Yes, I am Korean. Alright, here we go. Ooh, spicy. I have Will and Max's positions switched. Alright, well, I probably could have done this a better way, but maybe what I'll do is I'll copy this. And then I'll move. So you guys want Will Smith and Max Muncy. Oh, what the? Hold up. But the reason why I did this like this is I think that, so you guys want to see this. Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, yeah. But in the order, it should be fine, right? Okay, I'm going to move this over here because I want to start putting in what stats are relevant. Okay. Teo to Padres. That would be interesting, I would say. That'd be an interesting twist in this kind of newfound rivalry. Okay, so once again, if you're joining TikTok, I'd really love if you guys can move over to YouTube, or at least just come through. If you're on both, actually, you might see a lag, but I would love for you guys to subscribe to my YouTube. I am trying to boost that because I'm going to start posting more YouTube content. I don't know what's going to happen with the TikTok in the new year of our Lord 2025. So just trying to spread this out a little bit. But let's start filling some of this in. I'm going to find Shohei Ohtani. Man, let me just say, I love Shohei Ohtani, man. Like, this dude is just, he's him, you know? Alright, maybe it's, what's the best way to do this? How do I export this? Because I feel like writing this stuff down. I mean, I guess I'm just going to write this down, but let's see. 2020, where's 2024? Oh, no. Season. Alright, here we go. Here we go. Shohei Ohtani, batting average in this year was 310. Bro, what? What? No. How do I? No, I don't want want the front 0. How do I format number? Just plain text. Any if there are any Excel whizzes, y'all can help me out here. But okay, I see the YouTube numbers coming up. Again, if you're signing on here, hello TikTok, my fans, my family, I love y'all. I'm trying to get my YouTube subscribers up. So if you guys can hop on over there, maybe a little bit, and oh my gosh, how delayed is that YouTube thing? The live. Okay, anyways, where are we at? So Shohei Ohtani, his batting average was 310 this year. Let's go home runs. Let's go RBIs. Let's go. Okay, stolen bases, I guess. Let's go walks. Let's go strikeouts. Let's go on base percentage. Let's go slugging. Let's go OPS. Let's go OPS plus. All right, let's just do that for now. Oops, too small. All right, and I know some of y'all are wizards with the Excel and are like cringing at this right now, but just bear with me. All right, I'm not. All right, here we go. So Shohei Ohtani home runs this year was 54. RBIs were 130, stolen bases were 59, walks were 81, strikeouts were 162, on base percentage was 390, his slugging was 646, OPS was 0.36, OPS plus 190. Ooh, this guy is disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. Okay, let's get rid of this. Now let's go to Mookie Betts. And again, if you guys are not following on the YouTube, I have a whole spreadsheet up right now that you guys can look at. I just am trying to get more. Shohei grind more mass, he'll become scarier. I don't know if Shohei needs to add muscle though. That guy's already pretty big, and he just needs to stay functional. Okay, Mookie Betts batting average. We were at 289, kind of low for him this year. Home runs, Mookie Betts was at 19. Injury though, so got to count for that. 75. Stolen bases, he was at, it's gonna be low, 16. Walks, he was at 61. Strikeouts, he was at 57. On base percentage, 372. Slugging, 491. OPS, .863. OPS plus 145. Dude, these guys are just disgusting, man. This Dodgers team is just so good. Need to get, dude, Murakami would be nice. I know a lot of you guys, I know, or at least some of you have said that you're not trying to have the whole Japan team just be the Dodgers, but Murakami, if you haven't seen Murakami, he is nice. I'm telling y'all. All right, Freddie Freeman, he was at 282. Home runs, he was at 22. RBIs, he was at 89. Stolen bases, he was at 9. Walks, how many walks did you have, buddy? Walks, he had 78. I'll walk it out. Strikeouts, 100. On base percentage, 378. Take that. Slugging, 476. OPS, 854. OPS plus 143. Ooh. All right, here we go. This one's going to be, I don't think, very good. Will Smith. Let's see where he's at. Did we get the right one? Dodgers Will Smith. Yes. Here we go. Any news on Sasaki? Okay, really quick for the TikTok crowd. No, I have no news on Sasaki. You guys probably have seen what I've seen. I report. I should say report. I just see stuff on Twitter, and then I just bring it to you guys. I have no insider information. The one attempt that I had at it ended up getting a photo from a guy who was like the third person down the chain. Original poster didn't even want the photos there, so I ended up having to take it down. So wrong person for that, but oh man, Will Smith, 248 in 2024. 248. Still hit 20 home runs though. Not bad. RBIs 75. Stolen bases 1. Ooh. Walks 51. Strikeouts 105. Yuck. On base percentage 327. Slugging 433. Okay, I mean Will Smith did not have a good year, guys. I think we can all acknowledge that. But still believe in the kid. Still believe in the kid. His worst season, and he's still 16% better than average. Come on, that's pretty good. I mean, so Sasaki may have a chance with the White Sox because of that. I didn't know about that connection. But it doesn't really align with everything else that he said he wanted, which is a team that's going to win. The White Sox are not winning. If he thinks that he's someone who can change the fortunes of the White Sox, more power to him. But I would not be making that bet, even on myself. I'm going to be as confident. Oh, man. The man who has caused a lot of division amongst Dodger fans. Max Muncy, batting average, 232. And I acknowledge it's low. Home runs 15, only because he was hurt though. That's definitely going to be over 20 if a full healthy season. Stolen bases, he got 1. Nice. Walks. I don't think list walks as like a 45 walks. 45 walks in 73 games played. I mean, he's more than a walk a game. Like, come on, guys. What are we even talking about? What? Why do you guys hate Max Muncy? I just want to understand. I just want to know. I'm not even saying I'm willing to have my mind changed, but I just need to know because to me, these numbers tell me Max Muncy is at 141 OPS, guys. Join my... I don't know what that is, but okay, thank you for that. That was very kind of you. Yeah, and this comment right here, I think Conforto is going to do good here since his road games are way. I mean, that's the bet we're making. Okay, sorry. I'm going to go to YouTube real quick. YouTube comments. I apologize, y'all. What are my thoughts on Clayton coming back as a closer? I'm open to it. I know for Clayton Kershaw, you guys should read this book. Oh my gosh, Luis, these are mad roses. Thank you, sir. I don't even know what to say. That's very nice of you. I don't even know what this means. What do the roses mean? But for Clayton Kershaw, it would take a big, I think, shift in the way he approaches the game to turn into a closer. I mean, him doing a spot close every once in a while is one thing, but becoming just like a normal closer, oh, thank you. Sorry, let me, how do I, or what's the best way for me to, I should probably just adjust this. Bring this over. There you go. Yeah, less of my face, more of the stats. That's what people care about. But, guys, Max Muncy, I'm going to pause right here. Max Muncy, I'm sorry to tell you, is like very good at baseball. And I know people want to talk about what happened in the World Series, and that's what's fresh on people's mind, and I understand. I don't want to minimize how you guys feel about that, but he is good at baseball. The numbers tell you he's good. Now, I don't want to disagree in that when he's good and bad does matter, and so when it's the World Series and you see him striking out or just standing at the plate, it's frustrating. Not gonna lie, it is frustrating, but this is the part where I feel like this is where I think Dodger fans are getting a little bit presumptuous about how good we're going to be. Our division is very tough in and of itself. The Padres, the Diamondbacks, the Giants, we are all very good teams, at least for the regular season. Are we going to have a good enough record to make it into the postseason? Probably. But the reality is, from my expectations, like the NL East has like 3 viable teams. The NL West has 3 viable teams. NL Central get somebody in by default because they have to because of just the way that works. But let's say another injury effect. Let's say Shohei Ohtani gets hurt, knock on wood. But it's very tenuous, right? We need to be able to like get through a regular season. And this is where I just feel like someone like Max Muncy is extremely valuable. And then you'll say he gets hurt all the time. Fine. But when you plan for the team, you're not just saying, oh, like, if we assume injury to everybody, then you don't sign anybody. So I think you project with your best kind of hope that everyone will be healthy. And in that case, Max Muncy is definitely, for the contract, for the money, for the years, totally worth it. And I will die on that hill. I would die on that hill. Yeah, people forget the NLCS. They just remember the World Series. What have you done for me lately? I get it, but bought not built. Yeah, I mean, again, people can say that, but this goes back to when we were maybe going to sign Juan Soto. Other teams have the ability to. Other teams and owners not paying for good teams is not the Dodgers' problem, and not something we should feel sorry about or be apologetic about. Because that's on you. That you, proverbial you, your teams, your owners to do that. So I don't believe any of that stuff. Let's see what else you guys got going in the YouTube chat. Again, if you haven't followed me on YouTube, you don't have to watch the live stream right now. We are going through some of the stats of the team from this year, and just kind of projecting out what it might look like for 2025. I've kind of pigeonholed Conforto in there. I did not include Teoscar Hernandez, but obviously this is subject to change. It actually might make sense to put in Teoscar Hernandez in that he was on this team, and so we might see what we're losing. But I'm projecting the 2025 lineup right now. Maybe I should include WAR in this. That might be a helpful statistic for us to look at. But Tommy Edman was not a good regular season player. He didn't play many games, but this guy really stepped up in the postseason. 20 RBIs. He had 6 stolen bases. Look at you. 11 walks. 11 walks in 37 games. Not bad. On base percentage, 294. Oh, no. Strikeouts, 30. On base percentage, 294. It's kind of gross. Slugging, 417. OPS, 711. 101. Man, Tommy Edman, okay, can we trust that he's going to do that? Like what he did in the postseason, regular season? I don't know. Feels like a lot to ask out of him. That does not align with what we've seen throughout his career. Dang, 2022, though. That WAR was disgusting. Good for him. 6.2. Was that his peak? Maybe. All right. Let's see. What do we got? Oh, Edgore87 sent me this furry heart puff. Appreciate you, brother. Don't know what that is, but I do appreciate it. Is Teo coming back? Y'all, I don't know, but today what I saw was Darlene. My thoughts on Ricky Henderson. Again, I honestly don't know if I have much to say about Ricky Henderson, only because I never saw him play. And I will say, though, I looked at his baseball reference page. This dude played for like 22 seasons, which is like incredible. Let's just check it out real quick. But I don't think, any of my thoughts and opinions on this guy is not going to do him justice. I know he is one of the best players of all time. And I don't know how broadly you want to apply that. He played for the Dodgers for 30 games. So obviously not like a Dodger legend per se. Oakland, New York, Toronto. My gosh, he's been all over the place. Played until he was 44 years old. I gotta say, that is pretty freaking impressive. Baseball is hard. Like, I don't care what people say. Baseball is a hard sport to play. And to do that long, major respect. Do I think Shohei will be the same with the shoulder injury? I think he'll be okay, honestly. Yeah. So yeah, Darlene, I apologize. I'm addressing a YouTube commenter. So again, if you guys haven't subscribed to YouTube, please go subscribe to YouTube. Darlene, I apologize. I don't know if I have really super strong cohesive thoughts on Ricky Henderson, but legend of the game. Anybody that passed away is very, very sad. So obviously, RIP to him in that respect. But I don't. You probably need to go to some of the more established baseball people who kind of know about that stuff. Because I don't think I could do it justice. But yeah, of course, like anytime anyone passes away, it's a very sad event, and hopefully we all take time to think about our even just like family members, because you never know when they'll be gone. And I think that's something that unfortunately for us we don't think about until something like this happens. But such is life. If you guys are just joining on TikTok, I'm also double live streaming on YouTube, and I would love to get those YouTube subscriber numbers up, so that I can make really cool YouTube content for all of you. So hop on over. Also, if you go to my YouTube, we're also filling in a spreadsheet right now with the Dodgers 2024 season kind of data, just to see what it might look like going into 2026, 2025, I've made the projection that we don't re-sign Teoscar Hernandez, so you're not going to see his name, and I kind of filled in according to what I think it might look like. So hop on over. Damn, Gavin Lux struck out 110 times. That's actually disgusting. That needs to get cleaned up. Slugging 399 OPS. Dang, even that considered 101 OPS plus. Like, I know you all hate Gavin Lux. I know you all hate Gavin Lux, but I don't know. I see a guy who has uber talent and can be really good. How long do we go with, leaning on projections? It's a fair question, but this dude is like so good in the minor leagues, and I think has shown, solid flashes at the major league level, and I would hate to see him be successful with another team unless we get someone who is a main reason why we win the World Series this year. I would trade, a star talent to be if it were for a World Series, but if you're not going to guarantee me that, y'all, come on now, man. I mean, if you guys go to my YouTube, this lineup, the OPS plus, we're all above average across the board. We'll see if Conforto can hit those numbers as well. Michael Conforto, the newest Los Angeles Dodger, who seems very excited to be on the team. Which, why wouldn't you be excited when the team is this good? 237 average. So you guys are hating on Ha-Seong Kim, and I'm just saying, you can have a low average but still be an above average hitter. I don't want to go at the old heads. I respect my elders, and I'm not saying you don't know about the sport, but this is not even a conversation whether you know baseball or don't know baseball. Just looking at the numbers and what it tells you. Oh my gosh, 118 strikeouts though, Michael Conforto. Come on now, what you doing? Just looking at the numbers, every single one of these guys is above average, and I think there's something to be said. Oh, Michael Conforto's OPS plus is 116. Has only been below 100 in one season. See, this is why Friedman takes bets on people like this, because the track record tells you this guy is an above average hitter. And OPS plus, I know, is more encompassing of just, an offensive player, but every single one of the Dodgers was an above average offensive player in 2024. So I don't know what to tell you. Okay, got a lot of YouTube comments here. That's a fair comment, thank you. For those that don't know what Maury Wills meant to this org, Henderson was that and more. Everyone knew he was running and no one could really stop it, just like Wills. Okay, shout out. Alexa says Sasaki doesn't want to be under Japanese media scrutiny anymore. What better team for him than the one with two other Japanese players to take off some of that Japanese media? Yeah, for sure. Marcus, fire Dave Roberts. What you talking about? I've been meaning to ask you, what knowledge do you have to give us Dodger fans the inside? Guys, I'm not an insider by any means. I just share my thoughts and opinions on the team. I don't pretend to be an expert in any of this. It's just a lot of opinion-based stuff. I wonder if they told Teoscar and his agent that they will re-sign him, but they are working on a trade to free up roster space that they need to get done first. Is that true? Who are we trading? I don't hate Kim, but do we need him? Okay, so this idea of we don't need any more players because we just won the World Series, I'm a little bit, I don't know how I feel about that statement, because I feel like you have to always evolve. If you just bring back the same players every year, I think at times you can get into a place where players get really complacent, and this might be a little bit controversial, but I think that championships matter a lot to teams, obviously, and then the fan bases, and for the individual player, championships don't matter that much unless you are someone who's good enough to be in the best of all time conversations. And if you're not, I honestly think that most players should go for should go for the money, because at the end of the day, that's their livelihood. They're trying to set themselves up and their family up for generational wealth. And I know this conversation gets weird because, many people say, well, like, shouldn't X amount of dollars be enough for them? It's like, yeah, that could be the case, but I'm not here to tell you to not make as much money as you can. I do think it is an unfair position that we put players in where we ask them to take less money, which we would never ever do in any other context. But as fans, we always ask players to make that kind of sacrifice, which again, I just don't ever feel comfortable doing. So if Teoscar Hernandez goes to the highest bidder, I actually think that's a smart, responsible thing for him to do. These players are part of a union and they can't just arbitrarily take less money. They can, but it's not good for future generations of players because the idea is that you constantly reset the market when you can, such as what Juan Soto did. Granted, I don't think, there's another player coming available soon that has that kind of cachet, but okay, so Teoscar Hernandez OPS plus was 137 and Max Muncy's was 141. This is probably where I lose people in this kind of conversation around like numbers and stuff. But this is part of the reason why I'm such a believer in Max Muncy, because he displays these kinds of offensive numbers that are just hard to replicate. And for what we pay him, it's pennies. It is pennies on the dollar. How long have I been a Dodger fan, Darlene? I think it's like middle school. I think the first team I really remember was like Matt Kemp's MVP season. I was just so young. I was mostly a Laker fan growing up because that was Kobe Shaq. Still my favorite team of all time. Shaq was my favorite player. I had the Shaq Gnosis shoes. And then, I think as I gotten older, interest in basketball kind of fell off a little bit. NFL wasn't as relevant in LA for a while. So then Dodgers kind of became like my one true love. So since middle school, I would say I was, middle school. I think Teo just might, Teo will go to the highest bidder. I do believe that. Oh my gosh, do I think the Dodgers will have a chance to sign Paul Skeens? That's so far in the future. I can't even think about that right now, to be honest with you. Let's look at Luis Robert Jr., which I'm curious if people are excited for the prospect of bringing him on. I personally am not like a huge fan. I feel like from the things that I've seen of him, seems like a little bit of a prone to mistakes, especially at center field, which obviously he wouldn't be playing, or maybe he would. I mean, I do think from a athleticism standpoint, he's obviously going to be better than an Edman or whomever else, except maybe a James Outman. But dang, this guy is... Ugh, these numbers are rough, man. I'm not going to lie to you. 278 on base percentage is paltry. Alright, this guy did not have a good season. I don't know about this, y'all. I do not like these rumors. 87. That's really bad. That's really bad. Who else? Kim Ha-sung. What will Freddie Freeman go into the Hall of Fame wearing? That's a great question. I've been thinking about this. I feel like Freddie Freeman, if he wins another World Series with the Dodgers, I feel like he has to go in as a Dodger, because that moment that he had, that walk-off home run, it is one of the best moments in baseball history. I just don't know if how do you not go in as a Dodger after that? I do know, of course, he's going to have a lot of sentimentality with Atlanta, which he should. Like, that's his home. That's where he grew up as a major league player. But, I mean, going in as a Dodger is pretty sweet. Like, the history of this team, just everything that would mean. And again, owning one of, like, the moments in baseball history as a Dodger, I just feel like that would mean he has to go in as a Dodger, but we shall see. I hope he goes in as a Dodger. I love Freddie Freeman, just a good dude. He's also from Southern California or Canada, and then Southern California. So, ooh, Kim Ah-sung is not good. At least last year, he was hurt though, y'all. He was hurt. No updates. Again, if you're just joining on TikTok, the reason I'm not super focused here is I am kind of simulcasting on YouTube, doing a live stream. I'm trying to bump those numbers up. Depending upon what happens to this platform in the coming year, I do want, be quick to transition if needed. So trying to up the YouTube game. So we'll see. Let me see. What do we have here? If money is similar, do you think about other things too? Do I like my code? Oh, I see. Yeah. Once the OPS plus high because the games he played. So again, those statistics, I think they control for number of games played. So I think independent of how many games he played, my boyfriend and I love watching TikToks. He keep me updated, which helps me understand. Oh, thanks, Mel. Appreciate that. Hello to you and your boyfriend. I don't know if he's there, but there's a lot of couples that watch me, which I'm very touched and honored by. A lot of married couples, a lot of dating couples. I'm sure some of y'all hate what I say or love what I say, but in any case, I do appreciate the love. It's been cool to get some of that from the community. So I do believe those numbers are controlled for number of games. So in the games that he's played, I think it's saying relative to the rest of the league, he was 41% better than average. So again, take what you will. I just am a believer of Max Muncy, and so obviously I'm going to be partial to stats. Okay, Seiya Suzuki. This guy, let's see. Do we have a position available for you? We should, right? Outfield. We're not fully set there. Another Japanese player. Would adding him help with the Sasaki chase? My guy is a strikeout machine. You love to see that. Had almost as many as Shohei. 366. Slugging would be 4. Ooh, that's pretty good. OPS 848. OPS plus 138. Better than Teoscar Hernandez. Seiya Suzuki. Come on down. What was Seiya Suzuki's defensive run, field run value? Let's see. -3, which is an improvement from Teoscar Hernandez, who's a -11, which is brutal. Love the hat. If you want this hat, I do sell them. I do have a few left. If you go to my Shopify store, it's in my bio, my LinkedIn bio. I can send this to you guys as soon as Monday when the post office opens up. So if you're interested, check it out. It makes for a good holiday gift. I guess now I don't know if it'll necessarily get there before Christmas, but it can be a New Year's gift. Let's make that a thing, a New Year's gift. But yeah, so if you are on the YouTube, here's what we're looking at potentially. It would be tough for us to lose Teoscar Hernandez, but I think we have definitely a lot of optionality here. It wouldn't be the end of the world if we were to lose him. I am a believer that our team, our lineup, sets people up to play well. It's going to give them positions to succeed in ways that other teams, their lineups are not going to set them up for. So, that's just how I think about this. Let's see. I don't know if this is good. Is James Outman going to come back? I don't know about James Outman. I like him, but definitely not someone I'm dying to keep. OPS plus is a rate stat. Doesn't matter. Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Tim. Appreciate that. The Dodgers don't need anybody else in line to win again, but I would like to look in the farm system. The team is getting older, and we'll have to start looking into the future. Guys, I know you want to look into the future, but with Shohei, here's something I feel like Dodgers fans are not acknowledging, or at least just understanding. Shohei is once in a generation type of player. And I think that we need to maximize the win window now, even if it means that we don't necessarily set ourselves up the best for like long-term sustainment. But like Shohei is so good. Like he's so good. And we have so many young guys who are never going to see the field for us regularly that we do need to trade some of these guys. And I know the desire is to build from within. And I do think there's a time and place for that. But where we are, we need to blow open like this window. We need to blow this open and just go for broke every year while Shohei Ohtani is in MVP form. Because he is that good. Like I think Shohei Ohtani is that good, and we need to like go for it. And I think his expectation, I know you guys think Shohei is a very demure, quiet guy, but his expectation, I think, signing with the Dodgers is that they're gonna go for it every single season, make every move, not like irresponsibly, but in the way that we do it, like go for broke every year to win. And I think it's awesome for us that he was willing to take a deferred contract that allows for so much flexibility. We're essentially paying him like a rookie. We are very lucky, and so I think to reciprocate that and to acknowledge kind of the sacrifices he's making financially, we got to go for it. So that's my opinion on that. Let's see. They need to free up roster space too. Yeah, like we are pretty much at capacity. We have technically right now we're at 39, so we can't even bring in another player and Kershaw. So River Ryan, isn't River Ryan out for like a while? River Ryan news. Okay, maybe we can just. All right, let's just hop off this real quick. Yeah, River Ryan news. Let's see what we got. River Ryan. Dodgers be without the top prospect for an extended period of time. Okay, 12 to 18 months. If you got this surgery in August, he's going to be out for the next year as well. So I'm sorry, y'all. I don't think we can expect to see River Ryan anytime soon. And that pains me to say because I love me some River Ryan. He is quite the dog. Tommy Johns. Yeah. Sorry, if you guys are confused, I'm also on YouTube because I'm trying to get those YouTube numbers up. Interacting with that chat. So if you don't understand what I'm talking about, go to YouTube. Go subscribe. We're trying to get to 1,000 by 2025. I'm not Kaisen that out here. I don't expect a subathon kind of thing to get me to that number. But if we get to 1,000, that'd be fantastic. Yes, Tony Gonsolin. What is the expectation with Tony Gonsolin? If he can look like 2022, like I don't know how we don't win the World Series. Like if he is 2022 Tony Gonsolin, I did a video where I compared 2022 Tony Gonsolin to 2024 Chris Sale, and it's like I don't know, man. Like again, if you guys are on TikTok, go over to the YouTube. It's the same one, Dodger Dan. I'm gonna show you guys what Tony Gonsolin looked like in 2022, his last full healthy season, and compare him to what we saw out of Chris Sale this year. And you would be, if I did a blind resume, I think you guys would be shocked because Gonsolin was a luck merchandise. Okay, look, okay, sure. Let's say he's only 80% of 90% of that. Like, you can say that, and that's fine. But results are the results, in my opinion. And to be bringing somebody like that back from injury, that is like, it's nothing to snooze at. So yeah, again, if you guys are looking on YouTube, I just brought up the comparison. But Tony Gonsolin, sheesh. In 2022, this guy, 16-1 record, 2.14 ERA, 2.14 ERA, ERA plus of 188. These are all numbers that are better than Chris Sale, by the way. 119 strikeouts, 23.9 K rate, 35 walks on the season. This dude, money. So can't wait for Gonsolin to come back. What we do with him, I don't know, but hopefully he's good. Hopefully he's good. Again, if you're just on TikTok, we're trying to get the YouTube numbers up. So if you go there, subscribe right now. I'll love you forever. Send you some hearts. But We don't know what's gonna happen to TikTok in 2025. Whether it gets banned or not, I don't know. But I do want to become more diverse. I feel like YouTube also, I'll be able to put up different content than maybe what I do on TikTok. Might focus more on some of the podcast type of content, really expand on some of my thoughts. Because I think sometimes I get in trouble with TikTok because I want to give you guys concise, strong opinions, but without the ability for myself to kind of give you guys a full context. Gets a little bit wonky, but that's fine. It is what it is. Pull up baseball savant with the potential Dodger. Let's do it. Here we go. Let's go Luis Robert Jr. So this is pretty disgusting. I don't know. You guys tell me, but it's not like amazing. It's not amazing, and I want amazing. Alexander, good to see you, brother. I've been seeing you pop up a lot on my TikTok too. Gavin Stone, I also think is gonna be out for the next year. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. Max Muncy and Roland Arenado. Anthony, I am a Max Muncy guy. You guys hated on me this week because of it, but I will die on this hill. Max Muncy is that dude. I want Max Muncy. Yes, okay. I do not want to trade Zaire Hope. In the TikTok chat, I do like Zaire Hope a lot, and I hope he does stay with us. So yeah. Tor, Dodger Dan the man, I appreciate you. Main the bullpen would be nasty. There's a video on Twitter I saw this week of them showing his splitter and his fastball. It is disgusting stuff. Disgusting stuff. Dustin May is fantastic. Main the bullpen, do you think if we happen to miss on Roki, we'd go after Corbin? Yeah, the Corbin Burns market has kind of surprised me, and maybe I guess it shouldn't. Like I thought, I don't know. I thought he'd be signed up pretty quickly, but I mean, this is Jesus. Again, TikTok. If you guys go to YouTube, I pulled up Baseball Savant, just looking at some players, but Corbin Burns is disgusting. If the Dodgers end up getting him for that rumored like short years but high annual, I would be very, very happy. Do I think Dalton Rushing will get called up? I think there's a very good chance of that. Very good chance of that. Yes, Alexander, thank you. Make sure you guys hit that like button, both on YouTube and on TikTok. Everywhere. Just like it, please. Let's see. Do you think if we happen to miss... Oh, wait. Look at 2023 numbers for Robert Jr. I mean, I know he was nice, but why 2020 was nice. His WAR, I think, was 5.1, but I guess for me, it's like, why so up and down, my guy? Everyone can have a bad year, but there's a history of him having up year, down year, up year, down year. Now, the hope, I guess, is that we pick him up on the up year just for a year, have him ball out, ship him out again. I'm down for that. Is it possible for Kim to come to the Dodgers? Now, which Kim? If you mean Kim Ha-seong from the Padres, I think there's a pretty solid chance. If you mean Kim Hae-sung from the Korean Baseball League, who's just got posted, I say very little chance. Okay, yes, thank you. So River Ryan and Gavin Stone are both, like, the pitchers that we have that are unavailable at any given time, like, would be, at worst, I think, like a third starter, fourth starter on another team. Like, it's crazy the number of injuries the Dodgers have had to deal with. I don't know how we... Onion Seo. Okay, so it's 안녕 하세요. So I get what you're doing there, Mayo Man. This person on TikTok has saying hello to me in Korean, but just missed one syllable there, but pretty good. Okay, IDK3215. I saved you from depression after each loss during the postseason run. My brother, you're welcome, but also I was there with you. But I know that those playoff losses are tough. PTSD from all the other years, but I'm glad we were able to get through it together. I'm glad you're here. We're going to win it again this year. So my favorite pitching prospect. So if River Ryan counts as a prospect, probably him. I just think he's going to be disgusting. Like what he did against Houston before he like went out with injury, like that is like the stuff that you want to see. Dude has cojones, you know what I'm saying? 안녕하세요. Ne. Okay. Oh, he's saying ne. All right, respect. So many Koreans are named Kim. Yes. Kim, Lee, Park. It's like the big three. If you ever meet anyone named Kim, Lee, or Park, or Kim or Park, definitely Korean. Lee could be Chinese. Depends on the spelling. But yes, Kim and Park, definite Korean. How Hazan Kim or Dalton Rushing if no Teoscar. I don't know if those are equivalent. Like, they could actually be a both situation. You could get both of them. I don't know if it's an either or. But, like, if I had to pick between one of them, I would pick probably Dalton Rushing. Just because he's already part of the team. We just have to move him up pretty cheap. So, when are they bringing back buy 2 season tickets and get 2 free? I have no idea. There's no way they're going to be doing that anymore unless it's like way up top. Kershaw, the bullpen, lefty on lefty, is his best bet to add value. Yeah, you're probably right. When the Dodgers played one of the Korean teams last March, like 4 or 5 of them were Kims. Yeah, Tim. That's correct. There's a lot of us named Kim. I'm a Park. My wife was a Choi before she became a Park. So they need to add kimchi as a condiment at Dodger Stadium. Luis, I appreciate that. I respect that. The smell, I don't think you guys will like it. Now, me, I love kimchi. I love the smell of it. But if you're not used to it, it can be pretty alarming. So, Luis, I get it. And I'm with you, brother. But I don't think people are ready for that. Okay, Chris bringing us back to baseball. Chris says, I would like us to sign Corbin even if we get Roki and move Kershaw to bullpen to be long relief. Him might keep him healthy for us. I'm very down for that. Yes. Corbin Burns on a short contract with high annual salary. Sign me up. Down for that. Tor asks, what are my thoughts on Bobby Miller? One of my most one of my most popular TikTok videos was after Bobby Miller's last start before he got sent to the minors. But I love Bobby Miller. Like, if there are no Bobby Miller fans, I have left this earth, because I will always believe in Bobby Miller, and I'm excited for him to, these are just awful numbers, my gosh. But his 2023 numbers were freaking amazing. I love Bobby Miller, guys. I do believe in him. I do believe that he'll be a great major league pitcher. It's feeling more and more unlikely that it will be for the Dodgers, but I still believe in him, and I always will. Hayden, no, I don't have any other news or updates. I would tell you guys if I had it. The only news that I guess we got today was that the Dodgers and Teoscar Hernandez are at a bit of an impasse. So I don't know what that's going to work out for us. Yunjin says, why is Bregman market so slow? I figure he'd get picked up before others like Goldschmidt. I believe that Boris is really driving up the price on Bregman, looking for... I think maybe too many years might be the issue. I don't know the specifics around why the Bregman market hasn't been as robust, but I do think it has a little bit to do with the number of years that they're asking for. Whoa, what happened here? Whoopsie. Sorry, guys. Bobby Miller would be dominant as a relief. Maybe. I'm a Bobby Miller believer as well. Nightcap, shout out to you, man. Thoughts on Kim? I like to see Mookie at shortstop first half and move to second base or right field once Kim is healthy. Yeah, you guys are not happy about the Mookie Betts playing a shortstop thing. I won't sit here and tell you that I'm confident he's going to be good. But I do think that Mookie Betts is athletic enough that he can figure it out. Now, I don't say that to be disrespectful to career shortstops who... I know it's a tough position. I guess I just really believe in the talent that is Mookie Betts, that he can figure it out. I know it looked bad, but give him a full offseason, and I think he can do it. So my thought is let's just be positive, guys, and give him that boost of confidence. We can speak it into existence, and Mookie Betts will go out there and be a dominant shortstop. You know what I'm saying? A dominant shortstop. Okay, let me see. Okay, and if you see what you're looking for, Danny Cabrera, let me know. I don't know if, or if you have a better site that could show this, let me know if I could pull it up. I'd be happy to do that. Pookie Betts, love that. What happened to SF being the real rival? Here's what I'll say. I think San Francisco is the rival to the Dodgers, like the Celtics are the rival to the Lakers. Oh, thank you, Luca. But there are times when certain teams are going to be more relevant because of how good or bad the respective teams are at any given time. So I do think the Giants are always going to be like our historical rival, no question about it. But right now the Padres are just better. So like right now, I consider games against the Padres to be more important for us to win than the ones against the Giants, because the Giants just are not competitive at the moment. Yunjin says put Kershaw at short. I don't know why we haven't thought about that yet. Maybe we put Clayton Kershaw at shortstop. That's some out of the box thinking. Let's call someone. If anybody here has Dave Roberts' number, call him. I do think there is somebody here who follows me on TikTok. They broke the somebody in my live chat told me that Fernando passed away like before it was like reported anywhere. And then I was like, oh dude, there's no way. And then it turned out that he did, and I was like, whoa, somebody knows something. That was pretty crazy. So just know that you guys are in good company. There are people who follow Dodger Dan, or at least tune into the lives, that know stuff within the organization. So you guys are in good company. Sheehan, I don't believe Sheehan's gonna be ready for next year either. But let's just look. Emmett Sheehan injury. Partially torn UCL. How long does a UCL take to get? Okay, Emmett Sheehan will be out until at least the All-Star break of 2025. So we shouldn't see him soon. The team. Still think we land Roki. Yes, V. I still believe we land Roki. The Giants team from 2010 to 2015 were luck merchants, weakest ERA in my opinion. Baseball's a lot of luck, guys. I'm not gonna lie to you. I do think baseball's a lot of luck, and the Dodgers sometimes were lucky, and you just need some of that. It's better to be lucky than good sometimes. You know, I think luck, you put yourself in a position to be successful. So. Just watch.
I need to get me a new phone.
You need to trade in that busted up phone. You get you a brand new iPhone 16 Pro T-Mobile. It's on there. Family save 20% every month. What a deal.
New and existing customers. Trade in your busted old phone and we'll give you a new iPhone 16 Pro.
If you have not seen the mini movie for the Dodgers
a strike away from a proper celebration.
Oh man, this is just every Dodger fan's just favorite.
Are you nervous at all for just playing in the postseason for the first time?
But if you guys are in the YouTube live stream, let me know if you can hear this.
What is different about this particular team?
We just don't give a F. Okay, I can't find any info about profile picture on Baseball Savant. I was wondering if you knew. Don't know. Hear that Padres rumored to be shot Bogarts and Tatis to lower payroll. I mean, the Padres are not loaded like other teams are. They're really not. Okay. Have I ever seen a celebrity in Dodger Stadium up close? I have not. Do I golf? It's really funny. I don't golf regularly, but I'm trying to get into it more. 2025, I think I might try to play more golf. So, if you guys want to golf with me, let me know. Dodger Stadium needs a pool in center field. That'd be interesting. Yeah. The YouTube chat's talking about this, but if you guys have not seen this end of year kind of recap video for the postseason, it is so good. These guys are so good at making these like videos. It's just gets my heart going, tears flowing. Luca would like to see the Ohtani pitch next season. Me too, man. I want to see Ohtani pitching. I watch the Ohtani versus Mike Trout at bat like I don't know how often, like once a week at least though. He is just filthy. Like he's so good. He's just so good. Who do I think will be the best weapon from our pitching? I gotta say Yamamoto, man. I think we've just scratched the surface with Yamamoto. Like he's really good. Like Yamamoto is incredibly good. I know Max Fried grew because he grew up in my hometown. Yeah, Genesis. I wanted Max Fried at the beginning of the offseason, but hopefully he does well in New York. How do I feel about Santander? I like him. I'm not crazy about 5 years at 25 or 20 million per year. 20 million is not that high, but just 5 years is it's a lot. Have I ever seen a celebrity at Dodger Stadium? Sorry, I have not. When does the documentary? I don't know. But if you go on YouTube now, there's like a Dodgers playoff mini movie that goes through all the series. It's great. You guys should watch it. Yamamoto is Japanese Pedro Martinez. That is high praise. But yeah, I just think Yamamoto, we've just seen a little bit so far of what he's going to be. Oh man, this Padres series, guys. This Padres series. Maybe I can flip this camera for y'all. So how do I do this? Oh yeah, flip camera. Guys. We're just watching this right now. And you're not going to be able to see but it's just so good, man. The Dodgers. Oh, let me just remove all that stuff for you guys. You guys can see some of the chat going, but yeah, this postseason was just a magical run. I really love this team. It was just the best. Who do you think they'll sign if it's not Teo? David, I don't know, man. I feel like we might try to lean on who we have inside, the organization right now. I have heard, Yusei Sasaki, who I think would be a great addition, but it's hard to say definitively right now if we're gonna go in any direction. What is this? Brimoe, any Dodger news? I do not have any news for you. I just know that right now the Dodgers and Teoscar seem to be in a bit of an impasse. So, Ohtani first pitch will be a sold-out stadium, 100%. 100%. Man, Teo, that grand slam. Make the Japanese Dodgers. I think we're on our way, YOLO. Yeah, we're really down 2-1 to the Padres. That's crazy.
They know they're good.
Oh my gosh, Luka, you want Tatis to be a Dodger? I do not think so. David says, I don't think they're better today than they were last year. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Assuming health, I actually think we are better than we were last year, but I get that. I get what you're saying. Tim G says, I wonder if they've told Teoscar and his agent that they will re-sign him, but they are working on a trade to free up roster space. Also very possible. I don't know how game Teoscar will be to play that, but yeah, I don't know. Who knows?
This rivalry has.
All right, I'm gonna pause this real quick. I am gonna need to hop off soon, y'all. So, just want to let's get this back. Ooh, bad angle of me. All right. But I appreciate y'all hanging out. This was fun. I'm gonna go see what the subscriber numbers look like on YouTube after this. Probably not that much higher. But guys, look, the Dodgers are gonna be fine. We're gonna have a fantastic season. Sorry, I'm saying this like I'm not gonna be back tonight. I think Teoscar will sign in the next week before the new year. It's gonna be slipped in like right before New Year's. But other than that, I think you guys should just all go enjoy your Christmases with your family or whatever holiday you celebrate. And just don't worry about it. It's going to be fine. It's the holidays. All business slows down right now. Let's see. Hey, man. He should make the Dodgers wait like they did him while pursuing Soto. Yeah, I mean, maybe that's what he's doing. I don't know. I'm not on board with Mookie at shortstop, LA Waterboy. Yeah, you've been heard, and I think many people agree with you. Tor says, what if the Dodgers didn't have the CT3 contract on the payroll? Yeah. Okay, so I think the Chris Taylor thing, let's just talk about this real quick. I understand that people are very frustrated with Chris Taylor, and people, I'm sure many of you think that we're just too obsessed with what he did in 2017 or whatever. But the defensive flexibility of Chris Taylor, where he's able to play second, short, Outfield positions, third base, like there is something to that though that allows us to be flexible and multiple with our lineups that you can underrate if you want to, but I do think it makes a difference for the Dodgers. So it's just one more year and then he's gone. I think at this point, let's just accept the fact that maybe he will be used as trade bait. It's a solid salary number, but I also don't hate him being on the team. But I'm a Chris Taylor stan, so that's probably what that is. Nightcap, thank you for following from TikTok. I appreciate you, brother. I do. What channel is the season recap? I think that's the MLB. I think it's the MLB. Fox Sports. Take that back. It's on Fox Sports. Kike is much better than CT. But CT is okay with his role. I think that's something that people are underrating. Chris Taylor is okay with the role that he's been given. So there is something to that as well. Muncy and Mookie left side of the infield is scary, not in a good way. I understand, but it is what it is. But anyways, all right, guys. It's been, how long have I been streaming for? This is definitely a record for me. Almost an hour. I do appreciate all of y'all hopping in. I'm going to try to do this more often. Again, if you guys can follow me on or subscribe on YouTube, I'd be very, very appreciative of that. But other than that, I will see you guys shortly, soon, all the time. Swap Lux and Paja's positions, did I? Lux. Oh, yeah. Good call. Alright, in any case, I will see you guys later. Appreciate y'all. Everybody have a good night. Be safe. Peace out. Stop streaming. Peace out.